Hello there, hola, and thank you for finding me here at my original YouTube channel since 2020, Benidorm and beyond. I produce positive, newsy and informative videos on a regular basis about Benidorm, where I have lived for well over 2 decades now. So if you enjoy this vlog, please consider becoming a subscriber so you'll never miss any of my brand new Spanglish adventures as I upload them in the future. Today I continue my long-established series, Benidorm's Brand New Bars and Businesses, which each time shows you a whole host of befores and afters that you may not have seen since you last visited the resort. These consist of bars, restaurants, shops and other businesses that have all opened under new guises in old premises, and as always I've tried to be as precise as possible with all my info, as I always aim to be. This is a 20th instalment of my popular and original series, so please feel free to check out my previous 19 vlogs, and let's get started right now on number 20. So we started in the New Town area towards the bottom end of the busy main thoroughfare into the resort of the Avenida de Europa, where we see what were formerly the premises of the Bar Europa and the Dutch supermarket Supermercado Cervantes. After very little time at all, both these establishments, which were both previously closed, have now been totally transformed into the latest branch of Uncle Ped's, which is a popular discount beer bar chain here in Benidorm for those few of you who don't already know. Situated directly next door to the Marco Polo Outdoor Excursions office, Uncle Ped's Europa offers a large sun-trapped terrace with crisp white parasols provided for those who prefer a bit of shade, as well as a semi-covered outdoor space, whilst inside you can find Heineken barrels to stand at and rest your drink on, along with a pool table, sweets and games machines, the toilets and a flat-screen TV in the corner. As ever with this group, drinks prices and offers are constantly changing, but with a bottle of Amstel for just €1, bucket deals of 5 beer bottles starting at €5 and great value mixed drinks too, I'm sure this venue will be just as big as a success as its existing 2 already. Staying in the New Town, but heading towards the Rincón de Loix, along Avenida de Castellón, just off the beautiful Levante beachfront, and just along from Gabby's Beach Bar and the Tartan Bar, we see what was previously a Chinese shop selling souvenirs and cheap fashion items has now, after many months of renovation, become the bar of Café B Town. Offering drinks and snacks, as well as a great alfresco terrace to sit on and relax, it's sure to make this road even more popular than ever. Now in the main Rincón de Loix area, down the long avenue of Avenida Juan Fuster Zaragoza, which leads to the bi-weekly outdoor market space, we see what was formerly the Mad Monk for quite some time, followed by the GB Bar for not quite so long, has now changed hands yet again. Located right underneath the apartment block of Aquarium 2, which offers lots of cheap holiday accommodation as well as full-time residential lets, this pub has now become the Lord Benidorm Bar and Restaurant, and I'm sure this will do particularly well on Wednesdays and Sundays when the crowds head down to and from the market and need somewhere to stop off for a cool drink or a bite to eat. Now moving into the Old Town, along the pedestrianised section of Quai Girona known as Food Street, due to its large glut of restaurants in the same area, we see what was previously the Golden Bull Steakhouse has now become the intriguingly named Burning Bar. Back in the Rincón de Loix again, just along from the casino and right next door to the National Lottery shop, we see that what was previously the Mobile World Electronics and Phone Store has now morphed into the latest Turkish fast food takeaway, Istanbul, yes, another one, and like all the others, this offers pizzas and kebabs as well as Indian cuisine. Now along Avenida de Madrid, or the Levante beachfront, right at the far end of the bay in the Rincón de Loix area and directly opposite the cable ski station, we see what was formerly the El Palacete restaurant has now become the Italian bar and restaurant of No Say, offering everything from a light breakfast and coffee right through to a 3-course menu of the day. Heading into the centre of town now, along Quai Girona, but on the other side to the end that's known as the Strip, and very near to the Hotel HV Centre Benidorm and the Los Alamos Hotel and Suites, we see what was before the Café Restaurant of La Esencia has now transformed itself into the very elegant Oceanic Restaurant, serving up a great selection of fresh seafood and fish dishes. Now moving into the Loix, or indoor market in the Rincón de Loix, right next door to what was formerly the popular Yvonne's British bookstore, but which is now the equally successful Sam's Stylists, we see what was formerly an empty unit just ready to be taken over, has now become the fun store of Olé Spain, giving you the total Spanish experience where you can dress up in typical flamenco dress, whether male or female, and have photos taken inside as a special and unique souvenir. Staying in the Rincon and towards the top end of Quai Londres by the now closed down Sonder Bar and Bistro, we see what was previously just a bricked over unit waiting to become its first ever business, has now had a total shop fit from top to bottom to become the overseas Asda supermarket, or in other words, just another mini-mart. Now on the traffic-free road of Avenida Martínez de Lejos, just off from the gorgeous Levante beachfront towards the Old Town end, we see what was formerly the Shawarma House falafel and burger joint has now become the more interesting sounding street food outlet of La Pampa. Just around the corner on the also pedestrianised shopping street of Calle Gambo, just up from Plaza Triangular and near to the Zara store, we see that finally the transformation into a large Tezenis and Calzedonia swimwear and legwear shop is complete, which I showed you the start of back on New Business's 17, can you believe? And this was after having taken over the premises of the Beetle Lakita sunglasses store and the Arpel shoe shop respectively. If you'd like to support my channel and future vlogs by making a small donation, you can now buy me a coffee, or even 2 or 3. Just click on the down arrow next to the vlog title, which brings you to the description of this video. Then follow the link provided at the bottom. It's really that simple. Thank you so much. Moving up to the long avenue of Avenida de Alfonso Puigcerdas in the north of town and close to the Bullring and the Hotel Prince Park, we see what was formerly the health analysis clinic of SynLab for You has now become the premises of cosmetic surgery specialists, the We Glow Clinic. Right across town now, along the busy main road into Benidorm on this side of the resort, Avenida de Dr. Severa Ochoa, which is also known locally as Camping Corner due to the large number of campsites in this area, we see what was previously the traditional Spanish rice restaurant of Seguís y Calero Arroces has now totally transformed itself into the large Yoaki Wang Asian fusion restaurant, which combines Chinese and Japanese cuisine and more. Heading into the Old Town again, and once more along Avenida Martínez de Lejos, just up from the beachfront, we see what was formerly a closed-down business has now become Waffle Wrap, selling their unique blend of waffles, crepes and pancakes, which promise to be crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside, and which are a typical dessert from Hong Kong. Still just off the beachfront, but further along, and about halfway down Avenida Dr. Orts Yorker, directly next to the popular Irish bar of the Bodrun, we see what was previously Harry's Cafe and Tapas Bar has now become the much smarter restaurant of Sushi Leon. Again off the beachfront, but this time along Avenida de Almeria, just down from the Hotel Pancho and up from the Copacabana Beach Bar, we see what was formerly just an empty unit that is now the barber shop of King Styling Studio. If you want to find out about some of Benidorm's most popular hotels, then why not check out my great series of vlogs giving you an unbiased look inside and out. Just search YouTube, Fly on the Wall, followed by the name of the hotel you're looking for, and all the info will be at your fingertips. It's that simple. Moving now up to the top end of the Old Town along Avenida de Razafa and not far from the hotel's Magic Crystal Park and the Port Vista Oro, we see what was previously the Yava de Buddha Meditation Centre, set slightly back from the pavement, has now become the Invictus Barber Shop. Heading right into the heart of the Old Town now, just off the walking street and opposite the 2-star Hotel International on the corner junction of Carrer Santa Fac, we see what was before the newsagent shop of Boutique de la Prensa has now turned into the bright modern fashion jewellery store of Joyetamia. Now just up from Benidorm's Port, Dove Park and Vincent's British Pub in the Old Town, about halfway down the avenue of Avenida de los Almendros, we see what was formerly the Calzados Sandra shoe shop has now become the self-service laundrette of Lovey Wash, opening from 8 a.m. until midnight daily. Now heading on down to the gorgeous Levante seafront towards the Old Town end, and just beside the promenade's latest 4-star hotel, the Bartholomew Benidorm Beach, we see what was formerly just an empty unit has now benefited from a complete refit and update to emerge as the modern, pretty and stylish Baldo cocktail and food bar. And finally, remaining in the Old Town still, just along from the indoor municipal market at the bottom of Carrere Thomas Ortuño and just up from the Tapas Alley area, we see what was before the high fashion outlet of Coca, which already has another store close by, has now changed its use of business to become the Multi-Optica's optician's store. This brings us to the end of today's vlog, and I hope that you've enjoyed this latest tour with me of a whole new batch of bars and businesses in town that you may not have seen since you last visited Benidorm, and let's hope they all have a very successful and bright future ahead of them. If you did like this video, I'd ask that you please give it a thumbs up and like it, or maybe just make a comment or add an emoji, or share this vlog or consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet already done so. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you out and about next time. Maybe videoing some of Benidorm's new bars and businesses, who knows? Until then, take care, bye for now, and catch you again soon. Cheers!